This Atlanta DA Fannie Willis got a hard on for Young Thug, and at this point, it's becoming unacceptable. It's very obsessive at this point, bruh. And the obsession grows more and more and more every time Young Thug hands her an L. Chasing clout and fame and trying to be a social media star by indicting Donald Trump and Young Thug at the same time is literally been her downfall. Like, that's literally the biggest mistake she's ever made. Because of that, she literally got exposed in court because she brought the RICO against YSL. People began to probe into her private life and they found out that she was effing on YFN Nut, a high ranking gang member, aka Young Thug's op. And it became very apparent, oh, she took special interest in this YSL RICO because they took out her ghetto boo, right? Which is just unprofessional, bruh. Right? Like, you are a literal DA and you was getting your back broken by a high ranking gang member. And then when he dies, you bring a RICO against his ops. Like, it's just stupid, right? And then her bringing a RICO against Trump exposed the fact that she was getting her cheeks clapped by the person that she assigned to handle Trump's case, which is also too very unprofessional because why are you getting your cheeks clapped by your understudy? And then she was forced to take the stand and admit to it. And then they found receipts of payments she gave him, all type of stuff, bro. Like, this chick has literally went through hell and got embarrassed. So now she's trying to enact revenge however she can enact revenge. So with Young Thug recently, she tried to revoke his probation. So Young Thug took a plea deal for 15 years of probation, 20 years suspended sentence. So if Young Thug has his probation revoked, he goes to jail for 20 years. So she tries to revoke his probation because of this particular tweet. Young Thug called out this other fraud in Fannie Willis' DA office, who also gets her cheeks clapped by high-ranking gang members, which is how she gets her information. And then she comes to court and testifies against them as a quote-unquote gang expert. So Young Thug called her a liar for lying about Lil Baby putting bags on people's heads. So Fannie Willis seen this as apparently a threat to society that's so severe that Young Thug deserved to go back to jail for 20 years.
Exclusive on rapper Young Thug. Tonight, the Fulton County District Attorney's Office filed a motion to revoke his probation. The rapper was released on bond last November. We broke the story on WSBTV.com around 8:30 tonight. And Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie joins us now live from the newsroom. Mark, the DA spoke exclusively to you about this motion.
Yeah, this concerns the YSL gang racketeering conspiracy case. Last year, DA Fannie Willis suggested to us the sentence for rap superstar Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Williams, that let him hit the street the night he pled guilty or nolo contendere to all charges he faced, was a sentence which could send him to prison for years if he crossed the wrong line. Now this.
If your motion is successful, Young Thug would go to prison.
He could.
A new and dramatic verse in the case surrounding music star Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Williams. A motion from prosecutors at the Fulton County District Attorney's Office to revoke Williams' probation. It says, quote, since sentencing, the defendant has engaged in conduct that directly threatens the safety of witnesses and prosecutors, compromises ongoing legal proceedings, and warrants immediate revocation of probation. Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis.
What our motion is concerned about is that we certainly believe that his post was to threaten law enforcement, which is all part of gang activity.
This woman is an extreme cloud chaser, bruh. Can you tell me the last time we seen Fannie Willis in a courtroom doing some work? We haven't. The only time I see Fannie Willis, bruh, is on CNN, on the news channels, or on a podcast, bruh. This woman is soaking this up, and she knows, bruh. Bringing stupid stuff like this against Young Thug is a way to get attention. She knows no judge in their right mind would ever approve this, right? And he handed her a severe L after she tried to do this to him.
Jeffrey Williams' attorney Brian Steele told me by phone it is never appropriate to be engaged in any type of witness intimidation. It is never appropriate to threaten to murder another person. The prosecution's motion to revoke Jeffrey's probation should not be well received and should be swiftly rejected. It is irresponsible to file a motion of this sort when Jeffrey has done absolutely nothing, Steele said, to violate any condition of probation or threaten a witness.
We know that it is clear to Mr. Williams that the intent of the district attorney is to stop gang activity in Fulton County, Georgia. We believe the judge's order is clear and that this is an intentional violation.
The motion says investigator Marissa Viverito is currently testifying in a gang murder hearing and indicates a judge ordered the witness not be shown on TV while testifying, but that a blogger posted on social media she doesn't want to be shown on screen. Well, here she is, along with a photo of the investigator. The motion says on Tuesday, Young Thug reposted the image, and the post went viral, amassing more than 2 million views. The motion says Viverito's home address and her parents' home address were publicly posted, exposing them to grave danger, and that hours later, an additional post emerged threatening the assassination of D.A. Willis. The motion alleges Williams' continued association with individuals actively involved in witness intimidation, threats of violence, and obstruction of justice constitutes a clear violation of probation conditions. Now, last year, Ms. Willis suggested to us there was room for accountability in Young Thug's complicated sentence involving 5 years commuted time served, followed by 15 years probation, to be followed by a, quote, backloaded 20-year prison term.
Fani Willis is the prime example why I don't look at race when it comes to law enforcement, bruh. Fani Willis and her DA office is hella corrupt. And most black folks would believe if you let them know that the mayor is black, the DA is black, some judges are black, they'll probably say, oh, of course you're going to get a fair chance. Of course these black folks understand what you go through in the justice system. They won't try to impose. They won't be corrupt to their own. No, bruh. No. A lot of the times, my bad experiences with law enforcement have came from black cops. Most of the time, my bad experiences with law enforcement personnel have came from black people. Black folks abuse power and is just as corrupt as white folks, bruh. But for some reason, we use race when we say, yo, this white cop did. No, bruh. Fani Willis have an entire black staff. And it's more corrupt than anything you can ever imagine. Yo, the first judge was so corrupt, bruh, they had to take him off the stand, bruh, in his YSL trial. And here's the funny part. The all-black DA office, the all-black city, they're trying to prosecute and send Young Thug back to jail for 20 years over a tweet. But the one person standing in the way, the one person who was interested in protecting Young Thug, who was interested in protecting his constitutional rights, the one person is a white judge. The lady on your right is Judge Whitaker. Now, we affectionately refer to her as YSL Whitaker because she really held it down, bruh. When the first judge was being corrupt, out here having secret meetings with certain personnels of the state, trying to collude a witness to testify against Young Thug, it was a mess. She stepped in and gave Young Thug a fair trial that led to Young Thug essentially beating the case. He just ain't want to wait it out. So they offered him a plea deal mid-trial. But his co-defendant, who didn't take the plea deal, he got found not guilty. So the judge responded back to Fani Willis' motion to revoke Young Thug's probation. And here's what she had to say. YSL Whitaker very quickly shut this down, right? And she didn't even spend an entire page explaining why. She gave Fani Willis one paragraph and said, kick it. Right, so YSL Whitaker responded back to Fani Willis, and she stated, upon consideration of the state's April 2nd, 2025 motion to revoke defendant's probation, which alleges a violation of the terms and conditions of defendant's probation for having posted a picture of a particular law enforcement officer with the caption, biggest liar in the DA office, and defendant's April 3rd response thereto, and having reviewed the terms and conditions of defendant's probation imposed by this court, the court declines to revoke defendant's probation based on the violation asserted. Fani Willis, you should be embarrassed of yourself. You should look in a mirror right now, bro, and be disgusted that this is the life that you chose, to be an absolute sellout. When you ran for the DA office, I can understand wanting to keep the streets clean, wanting to keep gang activities to a minimum. That's cool. I was with you. Bro, y'all know I was one of her biggest supporters, of course. Lock up all them. Lock them all up. But when a man goes through the justice system and gets his consequences and take it on the chin, but you continue to harass him, like for what? What are you trying to gain from out of this, bruh? You're trying to lock a man up for 20 years over a tweet? Listen, you are an evil. You're an evil and disgusting human being, bruh. So hopefully, bro. Yo, hopefully Young Thug survives Fannie Willis the rest of her term, and hopefully she gets voted out, bro. Because this is just trifling behavior, bro. Shout out to YSL Whitaker, man, aka Judge Whitaker. Okay, let me know in the comment section what do you guys think about this. Okay, do you guys feel like Fannie Willis had a point? Did Young Thug violate, or do y'all feel like she just has a hard on for Young Thug, man, because she got embarrassed? Let me know in the comment section, okay? And if you're still watching, click on this video right here on my screen. It's a pretty dope video. I explain why Whack 100 enemies are trying to use these particular receipts to get them locked up. Apparently, when you can't beat him in the real world or out gangster him, man, you gotta out police him. All right. So click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.